Now at 9 o'clock, how's this for openers? Super Bowl week kicking off down in Atlanta officially, and one Ram is already regretting some trash talk about Tom Brady.
And ready to rock, Rob Gronkowski says he's good to go, focusing and fired up to help his teammates get another ring.
Great ball of fire. Look what happens here. A truck and an SUV crashing head-on in New Hampshire. We'll tell you how some good Samaritans rushed in to make sure everyone escaped the flames.
And Roger Stone insisting he's done nothing wrong as he prepares to face a federal judge in Washington, D.C.
Good morning. 9 o'clock. It's Tuesday as we take a live look. You see the city skyline there on the right side, the Bunker Hill Memorial over on the left. It's a beautiful start to the day. It's chilly out there, so just be aware of that as you're heading out. Make sure you bundle up. Thanks for spending your 9 o'clock hour here with us. I'm Chris Anderson.
And I'm Caitlin McCulley. And don't be surprised if you see a few flakes around this hour. We've already seen a few, and you know we're going to get some more later, Chris.
And we've had a little bit of a dusting up through the portions of the North Shore over to Cape Ann. We'll track more overnight tonight, but it actually turns to rain across eastern Massachusetts for a little while. Most of your snow is going to be out through the Worcester Hills, where it's 18 degrees right now in Worcester, 21 in Boston. The wind out of the north. The radar right now rather quiet. We've lost some of those flurries and snow showers we had earlier this morning. We'll gain more rain and snow overnight tonight as that storm system you see near Atlanta has to ride on up into New England. Temperatures going up into the low 30s, even a few mid-30s by early this evening once the rain and snow showers start to break on out. Thinking the bulk of this is forming and falling overnight, like 10 p.m. to about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Best chance of 1 to 3 inches north and west of 495. Even in that, the best chance for 3 or 4 inches of snow will be out across the higher terrain of the Worcester Hills, just west of Fitchburg, west of Leominster, back to like Gardner, Ashburnham, points north and west. Across eastern Massachusetts, just expecting a spotty coating to an inch of snow. Could be a few slick spots for the morning commute, thanks to temperatures going back below the freezing mark and the rain briefly changing over to snow before ending right around 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. In the afternoon, we'll check a couple of scattered snow squalls. That's the leading edge of the Arctic air. More on that forecast ahead.
Now to the Super Bowl showdown and opening night in Atlanta. Tom Brady and the Patriots face-to-face with the Rams as the two teams gathered to meet the media and officially kick off the week of anticipation leading up to Sunday.
And there's already news of a Ram retreat. The defensive back involved in a controversial non-call against the Saints. We all remember this play. Well, now he's backing off some recent trash talk that he made about Tom Brady. But you certainly shouldn't expect to get a reaction out of TB12, at least not a verbal reaction.
No. Even other players on the Rams, Brady prefers to do his talking on the field. We have live team coverage this morning from Gillette to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We want to begin with 7's Tim Caputo live in Atlanta. Tim, you had a moment to rest, so are you going to toss around that football again?
I am not. My arm is sore, my leg is sore, my back is sore. I feel like that's enough working out for an entire day. You know, Tom Brady's several years older than me. He does it every single week and doesn't show any signs of fatigue. Brady, also another guy wearing a shirt like this yesterday, saying haters don't really bother him, although he does seem to be awfully motivated by some of the doubters recently. And now he's got new motivation. That comes from the Rams secondary and a guy who's now backtracking on what he said earlier.
Tom Brady doesn't need any more motivation to win another Super Bowl.
Look, it's, you know, you're playing football in front of the whole world, so if you can't get excited about that, you probably don't have a heartbeat.
But this entire postseason, the 41-year-old QB has enjoyed proving all the doubters wrong, and now we'll get to do it in person with the guys on the other side of the ball. Rams cornerback Nickell Roby-Coleman providing some bulletin board material with this quote about TB12. Age has definitely taken a toll. For him to still be doing it, that's a great compliment for him, but I think he is definitely not the same quarterback he was. But last night he tried to backtrack on those comments.
I was asked a question about when I was in Buffalo. They asked me about how Tom Brady is from then to now. Only thing I said was his age. I said nothing about that he's too old. I never said that he can't do anything. Only thing I said was his age is the only thing that changed from now to here, and I feel like his skills and his arm is still strong. He's still the GOAT. He's still the legend.
Former Patriot and current Ram corner Aqib Talib isn't about to talk trash himself. He knows Brady doesn't clap back. He lets his play do the talking.
Tom about his business, man. I never played a game where he was just talking a lot of trash. Tom about his business, man. He's going to be studying and making adjustments and reading defenses.
And the 5-time winning QB offered advice to a young kid who wanted to know how to deal with the doubters and the haters.
I don't know. What do we do about the haters? We love them. We love them. We love them back because we don't hate back.
Not a smart move by Roby Coleman. Sounds like he'll be covering Edelman, or trying to cover Edelman on the game on Sunday. Edelman, the same guy who was trying to motivate Brady by screaming, "You're too old," is now going to be guarded by the guy who actually thinks Brady is too old. Don't be surprised if Edelman ends up with like 15 catches for 175 yards. We're live in Atlanta this morning. Tim Caputo, 7 News Today, New England.
And 3 touchdowns, right? Think you've got some great dance moves? Well, check out Rob Gronkowski. He's got the moves, right? Light on his feet and laser focused heading into Super Bowl Sunday as the Patriots prepare to take on the Rams. Gronk says he's healthy and he's ready to rock in what could be his 4th Super Bowl. It will be his 4th Super Bowl appearance. Our team coverage continues now. John Coco live at Gillette with more on Gronk getting ready to rumble.
Chris, just like Tom Brady, Gronk can't seem to escape the question of when he's going to hang it up, but he's not worried about that. He's focused on the game, and as you saw, he's having a little fun.
It feels good to be back here, and what it means to me is that I got to keep on working. I got to keep on dedicating myself to my teammates.
Rob Gronkowski all in as he prepares for his 4th Super Bowl appearance, focused on the task at hand and not his uncertain future.
As of right now, those are the last things I'm thinking of, even throughout all the other years. No matter what, I mean, I love playing the game and love being in the moment. So I would say after a long season, after the game, a few weeks down the road, you sit back, you relax, you get some downtime, enjoyment time, and you just see where you want to go with it.
Gronk healthy and motivated to bring a 6th Lombardi trophy to Foxborough.
We know that there's a lot been said about us this year, and we've been embracing it, I would say, a little bit more than usual. But we're not letting it distract us still. We're just embracing it to take it in and bring it out in good energy.
Rams cornerback Aqib Talib is expecting to see his former teammate at his best come Super Bowl Sunday.
He looked great, man. He looked like Gronk to me. See him in the playoffs last week. Hit my dog EB up top. He Gronk.
Now, if Gronk's not hurting the other team catching passes, he's likely impacting the game with his most underrated skill, his blocking. That's the latest live here at Gillette. John Coco, 7 News Today, New England.
He and the rest of that offensive line doing a great job protecting TB12. And the 7 News team is down with the Patriots in Atlanta. Adam Williams, Tim Caputo, along with Joe Amorosino, Trey Dare, and Chelsea McDonald, all in Atlanta. And we'll have every angle covered for you with our live reports right here on 7 News.
We are following more news today, including a crash and burn in New Hampshire. An SUV colliding head-on with a tractor trailer. Look at that. Middle in the road in Dublin. And amazingly, everyone survived that. 7's Carrie Corrado is live outside Mass General, where one of those drivers is recovering. Carrie.
Caitlin, instead of running away from that fire, a father and son ran right into it to save a young driver. They call this a miracle.
A fireball erupting on Route 101 in Dublin, New Hampshire.
Everything stopped. It was just super slow motion.
This cell phone video capturing the terrifying moment a Jeep and a semi-truck collide head-on, bursting into flames. Mark and John Kramer had their dash cam rolling as their car ended up right in the middle of it.
I don't remember even braking, actually. And looking back on it, it was a blessing because it knocked the Jeep out of the fire.
Police say this crash happened last Tuesday. The Jeep suddenly veered into the opposite lane, the collision causing the fuel tank in that semi-truck to ignite. Mark and John ran through the flaming fuel to help the driver of that Jeep. They say that daring rescue was an adrenaline rush. They managed to keep that 18-year-old driver alive until paramedics arrived.
It's like God put us there for him.
Mark and John say it's nothing short of a miracle that everyone came out of this alive.
It was just divine providence, I guess, that we were there and at that time, and we'd hope that the same providence would be there for anybody else.
We're told that young driver is in good condition, but of course, a long road to recovery. Live in Boston this morning, Carrie Corrado, 7 News Today, New England.
All right, also on 7, a deadly stabbing near UMass Lowell is under investigation this morning. Police say an 18-year-old man was stabbed on Lawrence Drive Monday night. He later died at the hospital. Police have not said if they've made any arrests. Police in Chatham are investigating a crash involving a police cruiser. It happened at Old Queen Anne Road and Partridge Path Monday night. Both the officer in the cruiser and the other driver were taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
Happening today now, longtime confidant of President Donald Trump, Roger Stone, will face a federal judge in Washington, D.C. Stone's expected to plead not guilty to several charges stemming from the Russia investigation. Meantime, the acting attorney general says the investigation is almost ready to wrap up. 7's Matt Rascone following all these developments for us and joins us live now with the very latest. Matt.
Chris, the arraignment just a couple of hours away now. On Friday, Stone became the 6th Trump associate to face charges from Mueller's Russia investigation. Today, he's expected to plead not guilty. A defiant Roger Stone is headed to court today. 4 days after his arrest in special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation.
I am falsely accused of lying under Congress, which I did not do.
Has the president ruled out a pardon for Roger Stone?
I'm not aware of that. Haven't had any conversations regarding that matter.
Stone's court appearance comes as acting attorney general Matthew Whitaker confirms what many have speculated about for months.
Right now, the investigation is, I think, close to being completed, and I hope that we can get the report from Director Mueller as soon as possible.
Enjoy your day.
The most recent target of that investigation, Stone, left Florida for his arraignment in D.C. on charges of lying to Congress, obstruction, and witness tampering. Stone's friend turned accuser Jerome Corsi says Stone lied about directing Corsi to contact WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to find out about more email dumps.
I'll be happy to testify if I would suspect to be subpoenaed, and I'll let the testimony fall wherever it falls.
Stone fired back.
I have email messages, text messages, and metadata that proves that he would be lying.
No official timetable on the Russia investigation. New bipartisan legislation, though, would require Mueller to summarize his findings to Congress and the public. Still, Mueller has suggested a grand jury could continue to work on the investigation. Matt Rascone, 7 News. Today, New England.
All right, Matt, thank you. And 7's Dan Housley is going to be in D.C. when Roger Stone appears in federal court. We can catch Dan's live reports right here later today on the news station.
All right, there's much more ahead on the news station, including an icy rescue in Chicago. Several police officers teaming up to save a man who fell into freezing waters.
And more from Atlanta. Fans getting a taste of the Super Bowl experience, having some fun in the days leading up to Sunday's big game.
Clouds, even a few breaks of sun over the city of Boston right now. Tonight, we'll track rain and snow across the area. How much snow to expect ahead of the forecast?
If you are getting ready to walk out the door, it's still slow out on the roadways, especially on the Pike. Details after the break.
Chicago police came to the rescue of a 33-year-old man who went into Lake Michigan after his dog.
He needed help. Dramatic rescue was all caught on video.
You're good. Thank you so much. Andrew, go straight. To your right, Andrew.
You can see the rescue here. It happened Sunday afternoon. Officials say the water was about 34 degrees and up to that man's chest when he was stuck. Police say the man was treated at a local hospital. He's since been released. He's doing okay. And good news, the dog's okay as well.
Wow, glad they were able to get him out of there, and the dog too.
Yeah, human chain literally to go into the water and pull him out.
Yeah, and Chris, at 34 degrees, you're not going to last long in water.
Yeah, no, I was going
to
say hypothermia sets in real fast when you're talking about water that cold there. So they got to move and they got to be quick, and kudos to them. 21 in Boston right now, 18 degrees in Worcester, 16 in Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Of course, the cold water cools you off, your body off significantly faster than the cold air. But when you get into the cold air like they're going to see in Chicago coming up over the next couple of days, even that will get to dangerous levels. Right now, the wind is out of the north-northeast here at about 12 miles an hour in Boston, 7 miles an hour in Bedford. Wind chills in the single digits, feels more like 9 degrees at the moment in Boston. Did track some flurries and snow showers this morning. Most of those have kind of faded out over the last hour or two. A couple of dustings north of Boston in a few towns. That's been about it. Here is a cold front that extending along that front, little wave of low pressure near Atlanta, Georgia. That's going to ride up along that front for tonight. And that's going to provide some snow and rain across the area. Where you see the purple shaded area, winter weather advisory in effect. The reason why it's not inside 495, not expecting much accumulation inside 495, thinking maybe a coating to an inch, inside 495. Most of it's going to be north and west, especially across the higher terrain of Worcester County, southern New Hampshire, back through the Berkshires. Berkshires. In fact, the Berkshires probably getting the most snow out of this. Locally over half a foot of snow there. I think for us here in southern New England, east of Worcester, few and far between in terms of big-time accumulations. In fact, Worcester about 1 to 3 inches up toward Fitchburg, same case, just to the western edges of Fitchburg, points west, 3 to 4 inch amounts, higher totals, in the higher terrain of Worcester County. Inside 495, not a whole lot here, just some spotty coatings closer to the city of Boston. Tomorrow afternoon, I think, may have an impact too in terms of snow squalls working in. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that between about 3 and 6 p.m. Could be an additional coating to an inch that falls real fast in some of the snow squalls with a gusty wind that would reduce visibility and create some slick spots. So look at these forecasted temperatures, close to minus 30 in Minneapolis by Thursday morning. You're going to be talking about wind chills near minus 50 by tomorrow in Chicago and back through the Twin Cities. Doesn't get that cold here in southern New England, but a piece of that Arctic air does press in toward us. So I wouldn't be surprised to see wind chills on Thursday morning between minus 10 and minus 20 with actual air temperatures just above 0 degrees in Boston and likely below 0 out through the Worcester Hills. But the Arctic air is brief. We're not talking about this working in and staying here for 3 or 4 days in a row. Look at Saturday. We're already back to near 30 degrees, and by Sunday in the lower 40s. Of course, all eyes on Sunday will be on the Super Bowl, and the weather for that in New England looks great if you're traveling to and from the Super Bowl parties, guys.
All right, time now for Fast Track Traffic. Here's Elena Pinto with how's it going out there, Elena?
Caitlin, good morning, everybody. It's still going to be slow, especially on 93 in Somerville. You can expect stop and go basically all the way after 128. Lots of red on the maps in Westford on 495. We have a couple of problems to talk about. Crash northbound lane near the exit to Boston Road. On the other side, same spot at the exit to Boston Road, a breakdown. So expect slowdowns if you're traveling through Westford in either direction. A crash in Woburn, 128 northbound. That's at the exit to Washington Street. The expressway is going to be slow, making it slower. A crash near the exit to Southampton Street. Of course, it's in the northbound lane, but we're still looking okay on 128. There's the silver lining, right? Your drive time on the expressway will be about 35 minutes, 30 on the Pike, 25 on 93. If you're taking the trains in, they're on time.
Let's talk football. Back to the Super Bowl countdown for the showdown on Sunday. Even though the game is still several days away, for fans who are down in Atlanta, they're getting that Super Bowl experience because that kicked off officially on Monday.
Yeah, the massive football theme park gives fans a chance to immerse themselves in the game before the game. 7's Tim Caputo is live there this morning with more. And Tim, those football throwing machines have some different speeds on them. I think that's the key, right?
Yeah, and the really fast ones are almost impossible to catch. That's why I'm back to throwing. In fact, I'm so sore from all the working out this morning. I brought in a special guest to do my throwing for me. Pat Patriot, take it away. Let's see you hit that bullseye. Pretty impressive, even with all that gear on. Pat Patriot, wide right, still good enough for fans out here as well.
For most people, this is about as close as you'll get to playing in the Super Bowl. Steps away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, fans of all ages and sizes get to mimic their favorite football players.
A 40-yard dash is pretty fun.
The Super Bowl experience is a sprawling football theme park and the most fun and interactive event of Super Bowl week. And once again this year, it's brought in Patriots fans from all over the globe.
Loving it. Everyone is so friendly. Everyone's so nice.
For the kids, there's a mock combine where you could set a new benchmark in strength or agility.
I like the running thing back there and the other stuff right there. It's really fun.
For us older folks, you could pick on someone your own size, or at least your own age.
We just beat Tom Brady's 40 time back in the dash back there, so that was good.
Is that really a thing that to be bragging about? Tom Brady's time can't be that fast.
That's all I got on him.
Tom Brady firmly believes that pliability is the key to his longevity. But what happens if you're like me and you've never been good at football and you're not all that flexible? Well, you wear the TB12 shirt, hoping it brings you luck to the air challenge here. They got 3 different heights. I consider it an Edelman, a Hogan, and a Gronkowski, and I'll take an aim at one of his favorite targets, the big tight end.
Whether you picture yourself kicking the game-winning field goal or deking defenders on a game-winning drive, this is the one event that puts you in the game, even if you've never played.
It's awesome. Enjoying it. He's having a lot of fun, so it's well worth the trip.
So I had a lot of warm-up this morning. I want to give Pat Patriot another try because he just got here. That was his first throw. Take it away. One more. We got unlimited footballs here. Nailed it. And all the lights come on. See, it only took a third try. Pat Patriot nailing it here at the NFL Super Bowl experience. Live in Atlanta with the mascot, Tim Caputo, 7 News Today, New England.
1 for 3, not so bad.
You know
Pat
what?
the Patriots.
Different sport. If you're in baseball and you go 1 for 3 every time, you're in the Hall of Fame.
That's
right?
true.
Coming up on 7 News here at 9 o'clock, the Patriots have played in the Super Bowl 10 times, number 11 as of Sunday. But where do they rank in terms of being truly super? We'll explore this topic.
And later, the Pats surrounded by rumors of retirement as they prepare for Super Bowl number 11, which players, besides Tom Brady, could be playing in their final game on Sunday as our live team coverage of the Super Bowl showdown continues.